Do you check the rolls or you just read the name when spamming alts? Personally, I check the numbers. I don't really look at the name, but you know, a lot of people look at the names. It depends on the item. You know, if I'm crafting something like this and if I'm looking for like the word resplendent, right? That's T1 T1 ES compared to like someone has a question, chat, and then like if I was trying to craft a fizz weapon, and I'm looking for the word flaring. It's very similar looking, even in spelling and in length, to the word flaming, right? So sometimes I'd mistake those two, and I know I'm supposed to be rolling past flaming and stopping at flaring. So that's why I don't look at the names when it comes to rolling for like fizz weapons. But I mean, for Valor Regalias, I know the numbers also. Like in my mind, I know the numbers better than I know the names probably. Like I know what they are, but association wise, you know, if I see 121%, I know that's T1. You know, but it just depends. Like for Uber Circle, it's blazing as T1, and I know blazing is T1, and I see a Z in the title, and that's a pretty uncommon letter used in most of these things, except for like Azure. So that makes me stop probably also faster than I would stop from just seeing the number plus. I think I just traded with that one guy.
You guys said out of stock.
No, the one before him or after him or something. Roll pad. I'm not mentally prepared to acknowledge T1 all res, and I keep rolling past it. There we go. There's the guy for sure. That's why his name's familiar, because I'm in a fucking party with him. Jesus. Literally. Fuck me. I was like, I right-clicked his name. I was like, why can't I invite him? Because I'm already in a party with him. Jesus. Yeah, I don't understand why they do this. And it really pisses me off that prefixes are before the word, as in resplendent prismatic ring. Suffixes are after the word, as in prismatic ring of steadiness. But when it comes to the listing of top to bottom, that doesn't dictate which one's a prefix, which one's a suffix. You'd think the prefixes, they'd be on top and the suffixes on the bottom, but that's not the fucking case. Because for some times, I'll see it says X roll 47 fire res, but I just rolled past something that said 47 fire res and then another roll. So it just fucking just willy-nilly just chooses which one's on top or bottom. I'm pretty sure it's like alphabetical order of the roll names or something, but it's...
Maybe it's roll tier?
No, it's not tier.
You don't think so?
No.
Then it might be alphabetical. Because it's definitely not by fucking prefix suffix.
Because there's only one life leash roll, which makes it T1, and light of lightning is T2, so lightning should be in the bottom. And it's a suffix, so it should be in the bottom for two reasons, but it's not. That's on the top. And now we have fire res in the bottom and not at the top. I don't know the fucking system, but it's just bullshit. I said I was gonna go to bed, but why do people even want these items that are zero content or require such gear? Yeah, I mean, people just want perfect items for the sake of it. It's standard, you know, so it's just like, why not have the best of the best? You say perfect gear now, but just, you know, if it's any context, keep in mind that only a year ago, the hardest content in the game was Uber like, normal Adziri was like the second hardest thing in the game. And now people face roll that on day one at level 60, so it's... You know, there's some perspective about the games. Even like, you know, our power creep might be pretty strong, but the PVM power creeper, they're getting stronger too. Like Guardians didn't exist last league, you know. Shaper didn't exist like, or not last league, but like, you know, 6 months to a year ago. So there's gonna be harder stuff, especially with Act 10 around the corner, and I doubt they're making ESCI gear any better. So it's probably going to stay the same, or stay as good as it is now. I hope it's harder and slower, you know? I hope, like, crafting maps, you know, at least my dream, right, like, for this game is if it was like a map took like a half hour, and like you cleared it. You needed like it took like a long ass time to do one map, but crafting the map like thoughtfully was a big deal, and it took a lot of time, and like, you know, it's just gotten to the point where even map drops are so insignificant. I just want it to be like where it's like, holy shit, we got a +1 map, like we did it, boys. Our half hour paid off. I kind of wish it went back to that day, like that time. Don't like the removal of diviners out of the game only in maps. Yeah, it's kind of a bummer you can't find it leveling anymore, but their reasoning was bots, basically. Bots were just farming card zones, and because the bots were in softcore, they would kill themselves as to not suffer IQ penalty.
Bots ruin the game.
That's not a bad ring, though. It's not the ring I want, though. Can still sell it for like ADC probably, if not more. T1 Dex, T1 Cold, T2 ES. Yeah.
Why would you want to sell that though? Just scour reroll.
Not bad. I would just like to thank you for the crafting videos. I've been looking for a good guide, and then I fell upon your videos. So I'm glad they helped you. Yeah. So I was doing unset rings because it doesn't really exist in the game yet. By the way, I'm ending stream in 2 minutes. This is the last thing you get, so suck it. So I wanted to get. Unset rings can roll +3 gem levels now, which is crazy if you think about it for builds that use like Wrath, because Wrath scales insanely high off of levels. Also stuff like Grace. So that's really good for that. So I wanted to get it on a ring that had T1 ES, which is 44 plus, and +3 gem levels. I didn't realize that +3 gem levels because it just came out. So the weighting also, they haven't like really tweaked the weighting on it yet. I have seen less of that roll than any other roll in this game by a staggering amount. I've only seen +3 gems twice in upwards of 25,000 alterations. That is not a joke number. It's crazy high. So I checked on PB Trade how much does it cost to buy a ring that has +3 levels and T1 ES that has no prefix, so I can put %ES, and open suffixes so I can remove them. And there are like 4 in all of the game across all 4 leagues. And only like 2 of them were available, and both of them were like 10 to 50x, and the people were not even online. So that went out the fucking window. We moved on next to prismatic rings, and the reason I was doing prismatics is because I wanted to do like this ring has, and like this shield has, and like this belt has. I wanted to do 48 all reds because I thought it'd be funny, because no one has it yet, a prismatic ring with the 10% all res implicit that has 48, 48, 48, 48. Just because I thought it'd be cool. And as you've seen, I've done it 3 other times before, so it's not impossible. It's extremely difficult. You know, I have to alteration it, which is like, I don't know, it feels like 1 in 30 to 40 to get a T1 res. I could also get chaos or all res, but I don't really want those. I want fire, lightning, cold. Then I have to regal into another one, which I didn't do at all this stream, in the 2-hour stream. And I've done like 3,000, 4,000 alterations. Didn't happen one time. And then after that, I have to exalt it into it, which also didn't have the chance to fucking do because I didn't do the second thing. So that's what I would have to do to make this happen.